Montez. What's going on, Miss Kennedy? How be you today? You know, over there listening to them people. I may not be back on here after the lead attorney. I'm on here kind of protesting that. I love lead. I love him, but he's following suit right now. He's following suit. He's saying what is popular. You know, everybody ends up on the opposite side of that. Like, I know he's kind of new to this, so he may not understand. The quicker you are to jump on somebody else, it always ends up circling back around to you. At some point, it's going to be you. And no one's going to want to take your word for anything, and they want to think the worst thing and go along with whatever. Not to mention how well he's doing on there. If you don't think he has haters that are inside of that actual community, they will come for him. That's why you gotta stand on your own principle. People can't fuck with you when you stand on your own principle. I understand you gotta go. Instead, need one more extra person over there to listen to the exact same shit over and over again. I understand. I'm good, Montez. Not really. I'm not. These people are driving me absolutely batshit crazy. I just kind of want to get out of it. I want to step away from all of it and just talk about other stuff. But it's so all consuming. It's like all they send me on YouTube. YouTube only sends me this type of stuff, and it's like a rabbit hole. What's going on, Brandon Baxter? How be you today? I haven't been on here since the 16th of last month. I mean, a live stream. I mean, I've done videos, but I have not done a live stream. This is my first live stream in 3 weeks. Seems like longer. Shit. Was it the 16th? Yeah. Yeah. The 16th. Ugh. My day was all right. They're trying to torture me over here. I'd like to be doing a live stream, watching some scary shit right now. That would make me happy. That would make me very happy. But none of my followers seem to really be into it. So, this is where we are. Why does it feel like nobody is you know, oh my God, it's like everybody is jumping on the exact same bandwagon. The bandwagon leads nowhere. It's not going anywhere. Like, I want to know, Brandon, what do you think the mission is? Or Montez, what's the mission with the red pill community? What does it actually look like? Not what they say the mission is, when they get questioned about it, but what does it look like the goal is? What's going on, East St. Local? Welcome. That's like a new name for me. Are you new? Are you new to me? You don't look familiar. You look newbie. Welcome. Yeah, I figured everybody would be over there on these. I thought I'd just give everybody who isn't just jumping into the rabbit hole just because it exists a place to go. What's going on, KM Bio? What's going on, baby? What's going on, baby? What's good with you? What's this? Oh, you miss me. I miss you too. Oh, you mean? I think you think I meant like what's today's video that he's doing is about to. Is that what is the? No, I mean the whole male like the manosphere, like in the manosphere, like what's the overall goal that they are seeking in all of this? That's like what I'm asking. You know, because so much time is spent just kind of like it's because of how toxic the talking is. It's brought up now. We have women on the other side talking the most extreme, which goes to show that when men push, women push all the way off the fucking cliff. So it just kind of doesn't really seem like a tactic. It seems a little unreasonable. I feel like I was eating popcorn or something. There's something stuck in my freaking gums. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, but I just wanted to kind of get into some stuff. I am not going to be on here all night. I might shove out an hour and a half to Zops because it's emotionally draining for me, even dealing with this kind of stuff. But I feel like I kind of just want to get a glimpse of what it looks like to everybody else. The type of people who pop up in my like in my neck of the woods on YouTube usually have kind of a mid mind, a mid level mind. They're not hard one way or the other. You know, and so it's like a good way to kind of gauge if everybody's losing their freaking minds because it definitely looks like it. Yeah. If I didn't know any better, it almost what if we're all at odds and stuff? What if it's all being triggered, on some hush hush, hidey hidey shit by that community? Like, what if they create like stirring the pot? Because I can tell you that there's a whole lot of that hiding around in the manosphere. Oh, they hiding. They in there. They in there playing deep fucking cover, loving the shit out of it. Sitting around a bunch of dudes talking about how they hate women. Can you imagine? That is like a gay man's wonderland. All they need to do is get to hang out. Hey, we should just meet up. Fuck these bitches. We just meet up. Have a couple drinks. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you wake up and things don't feel right. Y'all just in there hanging out, be mindful. Especially if it's a shit ton of them in fucking Atlanta doing that, which they are definitely like that here. Red pill, red pill, red pill, blue pill. That. But then this is also community known for that other thing, and that they hide it. Okay, they're gay and they hide it. They're DL like a mug down here. And here they all are just kind of hanging out together. Some straight, some gay, some hiding it. Like these people don't know. They don't know. Just following suit. Like what is so wrong? What's so wrong with somebody pointing out when you do something wrong? Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is a thought that I had. It's like, listen to like Kevin Samuels and stuff. And people who know me know me. No, I have a love hate relationship with Kevin. It's a love hate relationship. I get it. You know, he makes lots of good points, but he can be a little bit sticky, in his speech sometimes. And then sometimes he definitely does. I mean, he does that thing too, where he feeds what needs to be fed to get that coin, too. Like he'll feed into that too. Like he'll throw out the facts, but he'll also, spread the peanut butter real nice and, thin layer, nice and even. He'll put it on, the presentation on nice for you, so that he can get paid as well. But like, I just threw myself off of my fucking thought. It just drive me crazy. I mean, but say if women were to just like all of a sudden be all the shit that Kevin says. Like say the women just go, fine, we submit. They just go along with it. They just do all the things and literally just go with the what if. Don't say it's very easy to say that would never happen. Duh. We know it won't happen. I'm saying pretend. Close your eyes and imagine this. If all of a sudden tomorrow you woke up and all women behave the way that you want them to fucking behave, do you think that the cycle of the way that family dynamics are working right now, or the way that men are functioning in civilization, black men specifically, are functioning in civilization, how they are acting, how they are with their kids, how they are with family and marriage, do you think that that would change? Because I can tell you, it fucking wouldn't. It only, if both sides would need to be fixed for anything to actually look different. It's very convenient to go, no, you bitches is fucking up. Okay, if the bitches fix themselves, if the bitches got perfect overnight, if the bitches just became spontaneously awesome, the niggas would still be fucked up. The situation would still be not right. Like, so you can't be so pissy when someone points something out about you. It can't always be personal. And you definitely like following a crew of toxic people that all just like this. I'm gonna tell you, the community is so weird, especially from the male side. It's so strange because they have to know that they're being told these things because the people know that they want to hear it. They must know. I don't see how they don't know, because they will feed more to it so that it will tell them more things that they want to hear. So they're aware. So the men are aware that they are being used. They're being told these things so that they can get this by people to give, so that they can get money and get whatever and get views and get subscribers. Like, I'm over here, I'm gonna tell you something so frustrating for me, just being me, is that oh man, I'm 43 years old. I use the language that I am fucking use. I can't. Trying to tame that shit down is like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Montez. It's not in a negative way. It's literally just another term for chicks. I'm sorry. It didn't show up as a thing. He said for me not to use the word bitches to describe black women. But I can't. I'd have to shut shit down if I had to, do that. What's going on, Roy Chess? Going on? Long time no see. I know that's my fault. Yeah, but it cannot be. Let's see. Once you reach point, bring it back. Once you reach a point of no return, it's hard to come to a good conclusion. Too many men and women have been through the gauntlet. That being whole again is impossible. Well, I can tell you this. What's hard for them to get out of is coming back from saying all this shit that they're saying. It's gonna be you're gonna look very hypocritical when you try to, when this all shifts, because it will. This will shift. Toxic always shifts back. Good wins. Good wins. This is just a rule of life. The balance will always tip it back. The universe requires balance. It will have its balance. So all this negative energy, it's about to be, it's going to go, just like it's going to be all compressed. It's going to go flying out in every direction. It's going to land on everybody who deserved it. Everybody who needs the lesson that comes from that. All those people who were just throwing out all that toxic energy are going to have to get it back. Because the universe will have its balance. And that's why I say all these people, these guys are who just following the same thing for these girls who are doing this thing. Like if you ever gone into, I do this. I go into like the divestors, you know, the divesting women. I go into their chats in their live streams and I just listen to them and stuff. And it's so weird. I did a video about it like yesterday or day before yesterday or something. But like, it's so strange listening to them talk because they actually they throw out, you know, like everybody, the people who like Kevin Samuels, they like the thing that you can kind of respect about it, if anything, is that, you know, because he uses statistics. But even he does do that. He picks the parts of the statistic. He'll pull parts and stuff like that don't actually go together, and he'll throw them out together. But technically, they were in there somewhere. They just weren't. He didn't use them in proper reference sometimes. You know what I mean? So he uses them to his advantage. But still, like that's the thing that he does in their space, in those girls, those I fuck the name of that thing up all the time. Divestors. They do the same thing, but they do it actually. They use actual fucking specific fact things. Like if you go in there and try to just go in there and just say what you think or say what you feel, they will shut your shit down with facts. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's like this uncomfortable thing of like, how do you find a fact to back up your suggestion that people annihilate their children if they're male? You know, like, how do you find a fact that supports something that fucking evil? Like, I want to know, you know. And they be harassing me to leave Cynthia G alone. I said, I'll leave her alone. As soon as she stopped fucking saying that shit, she said, that one specific thing, y'all talk to her. And y'all won't talk to her because y'all scared of her. Her own people are afraid of her. They're afraid to say, this is how you know that this is not your friend. This is not somebody who is actually this is not your people. If you are afraid to check somebody, that's not your people. You cannot be afraid to check people. People are supposed to be checked. There are always supposed to be checks, and there will be balances. Okay? If these dudes running around saying and spouting and doing all of these things and becoming more toxic by the fucking minute, if no one ever checks this, and the horrible part is that women cannot check men. It does not work. Men have to check men. But if no one will do it, like I thought like Duke was doing it. Like he was talking about it. And now he's just kind of It seems like he's scooching on over there too. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, am I alone here? I need to. Oh my god, this is like. I need to YouTube divest. I need to find another corner of YouTube to hang out in. This shit is weird. Like, is no one going to say anything? Like, like if you are a man who does not do that, does not move in those ways, if you don't correct your fellow man when they do it, it does not fucking matter. You might as well be doing it as well. You have to check the people that you know, not strangers. I ain't talking about strangers. Somebody pointed that out in my comments. I made a video like that. It was like, oh yeah, I mean like run up to strangers and do it, and get shot and shit. I mean like your homeboy is doing this weird, saying this weird toxic shit. Call him out. Make a joke about him. Tease him. Say something that will rail him back in. If you standing there with your friend while he spews toxicity all over every female that he comes around, you guys together were doing that. So when someone says, guys do this thing, and you go, no, we don't, I don't do it, but if you don't correct it as well, you are part of the problem. There is an accomplice. They say it could be somebody in a car when somebody doesn't drive by. They did nothing. They didn't even know it was a fucking car, a gun in the car. Both of y'all going to jail. Okay? Both of you going. It's called an accomplice. It matters. It matters. If you don't say anything, it matters. Just like it would matter when somebody stands up for somebody and comes to the rescue, they get praise, right? The same way you get praise when you help, the same way you get, given a good talking to when you do nothing when something horrible happens. When you just stand there like this and watch it, like I do this. I do it to everybody. I check everybody. I don't just check female. I try to check dudes, but I try to do it in a funny way, but it's not that I try to check them. I just point it out to them because you can't really say weird shit around Janine. Like I can't, it's something in me that make me feel broken. If I walk away and you got to say that and you knew I was standing there, it's something in me that says, no, you gonna hear this before I leave. And that's what people should fucking have. If you are too afraid to correct these behaviors, then you definitely are not brave enough to be running around spouting what other people should do. Bare minimum. If you are not brave enough to stand in your own opinion, not the opinion of everybody else and you want to fit in, your own opinion, how you actually feel. Like when you stand in there and your friends do this thing and they all are laughing and you chuckle too, but you get a feeling in your stomach when you see it. It makes you a little bit uncomfortable. You're supposed to stand in that. That's part of who you are. If you decide to ignore that because you don't want to make waves with your friends know that you have that little soft side. They know that they probably are like, I bet Steve's feeling a little funny about this, but he ain't saying nothing, so it's cool. But in their mind, that also equates to Steve's too scared to say anything. They're still going to know you to be a coward. Speak your fucking truth. And stop chasing fucking views. You lose them as fast as you get them. Do you know how often my opinion loses me fucking subscribers? Guess how much I care. Because if I can't stand in my own feelings and what I see and what is real, it wouldn't matter if I had 100,000 subscribers, 200,000, a million. It wouldn't matter if I can't fucking stand myself, if I hate myself, if I don't want to go nowhere, if I don't want to be around people because I know how toxic they are, because I be pretending to be toxic right with them because it makes me money, it gets me stuff. Like, that can't be, that can't be what it is. I want to get into April, okay? I'm going to get into this April shit because this lady, I almost said girl, but she's an older lady. This lady comes on to lead attorney's podcast, graces his channel, his live stream with her presence, drops fucking gems. Dude, I'm gonna tell you this. I am 43 years old. I have been doing this. It's like I am a people reader. I understand humans. I understand chance and odds. I understand what is going to happen because of what's happening now. I can tell you everything that I've ever known about any kind of game and how because it's based in how humans work. What makes a fucking human tick? To disagree with what she said is to say humans are nothing like what we ever thought humans were. Humans now have changed and there's something completely different. It's like you guys see thoughts. You see thoughts outside and you think women have just morphed and they're just these things now. Like, you know, they don't care about themselves. They're just OnlyFans. They're just these things. There have always been these things. Everything just looks a little different. It's just like the freaking police and stuff. Like it's the cameras. We're having a social media time. Okay? Like we're seeing all this stuff more, but it's always been the case. Okay? And when you think of anything that women are doing in mass in a time frame, there will be something on the men's side, what they are doing that is maybe the women are doing this thing and it's causing a mass amount of the men to do this thing. Same thing on the other side. A massive amount of men start doing this thing, you'll notice this. Men start leaving. Convenient thing to say. Women are ones that leave the marriages. But we can't bring up why. We can't. She should just have her leg be broke every 2 weeks, because that's where she is and that's where she should stay. Apparently, there can't be any bringing up of that when we bring up the statistic. We're living in this is a fantasy world. People are saying whatever fits their narrative. Kevin is doing it. Freaking Cynthia. Fuck. I mean, so Cynthia G is really doing it. I can't believe she's still doubling down on that shit. I can't believe it. Well, she is. Come on. So, but there is accountability to be had on both sides. And you can't just pretend and act like it. Like, women do not all of a sudden just become masculine in drones. If women are masculine, it's because they're picking up what's missing. So if you notice that women are suddenly changing tires an awful fucking lot, you'll notice that means men fucking aren't. Okay? Men are refusing to do these things because somebody told them, don't be a simp. So now every bitch suddenly knows. Sorry. I'm gonna try. No, ain't that something? This is brand new in here. I'm gonna try to monitor that. Be saying the B word. That's good. I like to be checked. See, look, I don't mind being checked. It makes me feel like, okay, I tried. But, oh, yeah, so, yeah, if you notice, you see a bunch of more women going to school. Women are going to school more. Oh, I wonder why that is. They're trying to be, yo, Poppy, what's up, love? It's my homie. Yeah, but if you notice that women are going to school in drones, this is not some kind of weird thing of like out of nowhere. What is this? What is this? Because statistically, more women were ending up by themselves, having to take care of themselves. They had one generation before them that was smart enough to tell them, hey, you need to have this shit together so you won't end up like I did. So they pushed their daughters out to go to school so that they wouldn't end up in this situation. And then here come these people acting like a woman having a goddamn goal is the worst thing that ever happened. Guys, please let me know if you recall a song called I Love Her Cause She Got Her Own. I shit you not. We were just listening to that shit in the club. What the fuck happened? You talk about wishy-washy women. Women being wishy-washy. Women don't know what they want. That was a season ago. I love her cause she got her own. Wanting a bad bitch, a boss bitch used to be the shit. All they used to say. Now a woman dare say she's a boss. Dare say she's a boss. And oh my God, under the bus that chick is going. See how I didn't say B? I didn't say it. Yeah, under the bus she's going. Okay? Y'all need to cut it the fuck out. Like every single word, if a woman says a word, it's the wrong one. They picked on her for every word that she said. They found something. And I shit you not. The only reason it happened, they were all, remember when she got on there, they were all happy because you know why? Because she made a post saying that she gives up on these black women because their expectations is too high and they don't want to lose weight and they're delusional. And the guys just loved it. Yeah, that's right. Women ain't shit but hoes and tricks. But April came on there, fucked up, said a couple of things that involved males. It involved guys. Things they could do, should do, wasn't doing, what a grandpa wasn't doing. Look, you can't mention anything that sounds like male accountability in this atmosphere. As soon as you do, they pounce. And if it is your platform that something like that happens on, you do not feed a beast that you know just fucking ate and doesn't need anything else to eat right now. Don't do that and throw somebody under the bus over a misunderstanding of words. That was a bad choice of a fucking word. But then she even explained what she meant by it. Clear as day. He even said, oh, I get that. Agreed with her. And then it's on there. I checked this thing before I came in and he says, you know, I don't know why she coming at me. I know why. Because soon as she went off the show, she was supposed to be the end of the show. You got flushed everybody off and she was going to see her and then you were going to go. Said you had to go. But no, once she got off, all of a sudden it was, okay, I'm going to pull a couple people back on. And everything that they had to say that was shitty about her, he just agreed with. Even the thing that he told her, he agreed with her on. Feeding that demon. That negative ass seed. I was married and divorced. That don't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Daria, what's going on, baby? Oh my God, it just drives me absolutely. What's going on, CJ? This drives me absolutely insane to watch it. And I feel like I'm just screaming out. And once someone is doing that thing and you're trying to get through to them, it's already too late, because it's something about stepping into that negative, hostile, toxic zone that makes it even harder to crawl out of, because you would have to actually go against everything that you were just fucking saying. You have to go against everything. Now you look like a hypocrite. So nobody wants to look like a fucking hypocrite. So then they have to either just stand there in it or double the fuck down, which is always a bad idea, because you're never going to make it out of that. And you sell yourself to this thing that is just running through people and tossing them out. Like everybody in that red pill circle has their day coming. They all have an expiration. As somebody new comes in, there's going to be somebody get flushed out. It's like this weird thing. And there is the money part. Danica Marie. I was following Danica Marie, right? And she does well. Like that's my chick, right? So yeah, Danica Marie does well on hers. But she's not actually she's not inside the mix of the manosphere, but she happens to kind of speak to women about, like, well, most of her audience is men, but she speaks to the idea of women being, more feminine, basically, and how they should view being in a relationship as like a prize. It's like that kind of stuff. But she does it in she does it kind of like a classy way. Like, I kind of like the way that she do it. And she racks the ladies up and shit. Like, she does the girly girl thing, it ain't really my thing, but I dig it. I was digging it, right? But now she done been touched. Fucking O'Shea. I actually like O'Shea. O'Shea's the only one in the red pill that actually feels like almost like me. Like, he talks more like me. He talks for both sides. He talks reasonable, which is so weird to me because it seems like he's the master of the red pill thing. How is it that he's the master of it, but he's the only one who's reasonable? And they're all so toxic. It's like, what the fuck? How is that the case? But she had an interview with him, and now literally ever since, every video she's put out has been literally her going in on everybody whom the red pill has been just striking in on, like one after the other. So now she is in it, because the red pill started coming at her saying she don't need to be in our space. And she's like, I'm not even in y'all space. I was here way before y'all were. She's been doing this forever and talking the same exact shit that she's talking now, doing it way before all this red pill shit. She's been doing it since she was young. She's been on this same exact kick. No change. So, but now, because they came at her because of all that fucking bait, she was getting bait, honey. She got a good following. Like, she's doing very well. Like, they love her. She racks the ladies up and give a good presentation. Like me, I'm just like, here's some steak, but here it's on the trash can lid. I'm gonna serve you these facts, but I ain't gonna give you nothing to look at. All right, because that ain't the point. The point is not that I be cute for you. Okay. The point is that you hear what I'm saying and do better. Be better. I don't like to go outside. For those in here who are new and do not know me, I do not like to go outside. So my idea, my dream is to make the world a better place. So where one day I might maybe want to go outside. Not probably going to happen, but that's the goal. I just want the world to be a better place. Leave it better than I left. Leave it better than I found it. Should be everybody's goal. Not be out here toxic trying to make some shit work for you. That even if it did, if every woman, like I said, if every single woman conformed to whatever the men said, the men still would be not in a place to be doing. They still wouldn't be doing what they would need to do to even have those women be able to do that. It's like, you going to school, don't nobody care about that. Oh, you got a degree, don't nobody care about that. Don't no man care about that. But if the guys aren't in masses, if the girls are educating themselves and going and getting these jobs and on masses the men aren't. If the women stop because the men said so, so we're talking about just accepting poverty because so that men can feel secure in their manhood. Let's be real. Like the one is compensating for the other. And anytime I'm going to tell you this, there's a whole lot of BS that's being pumped out in this, in the manosphere stuff. I'm going to tell you like some big ones. Some real big ones. Okay. If a man has a problem, if your job does, or your career does not like get, it's not taking anything away from your family. Okay. And a man don't like your career thing because of the type of shit that Kevin be talking about. Right? That's a power struggle. That comes from insecurity. That's no different from a woman being like, let me look at your phone. I want to monitor you. I don't trust you. You're a thing that I have that I don't trust. So I need to keep it where I know where it's at so I don't have to trust it. That is a toxic situation. You do not comply with toxic people. If somebody come up to me and speak to me in a toxic way and tell me something about myself in a toxic way, please understand, absolutely not. I'm not going to take anything you said into consideration. That is how it is. That is what it is. It's not, you being a man does not automatically make you, that does not automatically mean that you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. In fact, more than likely, you're not, because you're too worried about what everybody else is doing. A man that is on his purpose is not a man who would stand around talking about what women ought to be fucking doing. They don't do that. The only people who are out here doing all of this shit and saying all of this shit is the dudes whom nobody need to be concerned about anyway. It's like they just want everything to be easy for them. But you ain't going to bully anybody into that. And just know this, women are rebellious. You can't bully women in mass into changing. They will go the exact opposite way. I tell guys this all the time. You have to use the laws of attraction to attract a woman. You can't do, like, that is not in the law of attraction. Insult, assault, create rage in the community about the person. This is not what it is. You make yourself desirable. Make yourself wanted by others. Be a person whom is wanted by others. These are types of things that bring a woman towards you. Okay? Screaming at them and calling them all whores is going to leave you no women at all. And that's going to be what I've been calling it in all this time, is a bunch of dudes all saying the same thing, standing in a circle. It's called the circle jerk. That's what it's called. I hate to break it to you, but that's what it's called. It's called the circle jerk. It's the oldest time, okay? I'm sure they were doing that in the caves. It's called the circle jerk. It's just not working. And if there's anybody in here who wants it to end like I do, okay? Like, if whatever it is that you are seeing, if you're seeing something that a woman is doing and you don't like it, check your surroundings. Do something that will send that off in the other direction. Like we fill in the blanks. You know they say like, if you give a woman I don't know the quote thing, but it's like, if you give a woman a this, she'll make it a that. Like, if you give her a sperm, she'll make you a baby. If you give her a house, she'll make it a home, like that kind of stuff. Whatever you give a woman, she will amplify. So if you give her a hard time, she will amplify it. If you give her nothing, she will go out and she will have to get something. But she's going to, whatever is missing, she's going to go find. If you give her something, she'll amplify whatever you gave her. But if you ain't giving her shit, then you can't have anything to say about where or why she's getting it now, because she needed it. She already needed it. She needed it. She asked you for it. You saw that she needed it. You did nothing because somebody told you not to be a fucking simp. Some strange dude in his fucking basement, in his mama's basement, says, don't be a simp, y'all. Don't be a simp. This nigga is simping for his own fucking mother. Okay? I don't think that these people are the people you should be fucking listening to. Fucking Rolla Tomasi. Have you seen this guy? Like, what happened to, I'm gonna tell you, look, these fresh and fit, both of them. Like the fucking Donovan Sharps. I don't care who loves these people. I am 43 years old. I remember being in fucking high school. I know what a fucking cornball looks like. I know what one sounds like. These are all people who would never have been taken seriously in real life. I don't know how they got the platform that they did. How people are listening to them. It's like if a troll became king. This is what this looks like. These dudes are not this ain't it, y'all. And back in my day, ain't no way in the world somebody like that ever would have been like taken fucking seriously. No. This is the kind of dude you think when you grow up, you just imagine he will grow up and then you see him in like a later at a class reunion and he'd be like a completely different person. You know? These are not different people. These are the same. I promise you, they seem and look about the exact same. All they did was get fucking haircuts. They're just as corny as they always were. A simp is someone who puts women on a pedestal. No men should not men should not venerate women. Am I just not familiar with that word, or is that spelled wrong? What is that? Don't be making me look up words, indigenous TV. Should not venerate women. That's idiotry. Idolatry. Oh my God, what the fuck? If you do that again, I'm not going to read it. Okay? Men should focus on higher things. Yeah, like circle jerking. You know, that's fine. If you're going to focus on other things, that's great. But you're not focusing on other things. You're sitting on these platforms talking about bitches. Sorry, homie, I know you said they'll call women bitches, but it's sometimes it just comes across a little bit more smooth when I say it. But if they were doing that, if they were off doing something more constructive, that would be great. No, don't simp for women. Go and do something constructive. But they're not. They're not. They're not. They're out here contaminating the waters. Okay? So, and what another man does to get a piece of ass, being the concern of a man who isn't getting any ass, is weird. If like the only time a dude should be bothered by his homie or brother or somebody like that doing something like simping is if you are in their lives, you are watching your brother or your friend actually struggle to do these things and you are seeing him being abused by this person. If it is not that circumstance, nigga, you are worried about the wrong shit. What is going on in your own fucking life? You are worried about what this man is doing for his woman. Give me a fucking break. Why? The word shouldn't even be that popular because it should only be, when do you use it? Always talking about somebody fucking else. Talking about what a man is doing. If he's simping, that means he got a fucking woman. The person who's complaining about it usually don't. Who's fucking up here? Like, how is this constructive? Him not simping ain't gonna get you a woman. If he stops simping today, still don't mean woman for you. So I just don't understand why so much concern. It's like the idea, the audacity of any woman being treated. If women even, I say this, if a woman even uses the word, what she like if he says, what do you want, like, to a woman, like, what do you want, or whatever. If she mentions the fucking word respect, the weirdest shit comes out of his mouth, literally every single fucking time. As a human, as a human, you could come out of your face and say, why does he need to respect you? You tell me what grown-ass man who is not a actual pimp, because the only man whom I can think of who can get a free pass on not respecting women, period, and giving women the business for even asking for respect, is a damn pimp. Kevin ain't no goddamn pimp. Okay? He just ain't. So, what the entire is that? Respect? You can't even want respect? Now, have you? Guys, I am aware that there are some women, like, there's an old rule. Respect those who respect themselves. You respect a woman, you respect themselves. Like, you want a man to respect you, you respect you, you show respect for yourself. Yes, absolutely. I mean, a general rule would be, just respect people until they give you a reason to disrespect them. Then it's whatever, it is what it is, But what's going on, side 3? What's going on, baby? You see, I'm back in here. I've been in here since the 16th. It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. I finally got monetized 3 weeks ago. I don't know what it is. I'll tell y'all a little secret. I think I was a little bit weird about coming back in here once I was monetized. So it was like, oh no, it's like that was the whole reason why I was doing it. I was like, oh, I get monetized, and then I can do the thing, because I always would have to put my little banner thing at the bottom for my little donations thing and whatnot. But then I was like, oh, if I do that, then I can be like everybody else. They got the little thingy at the bottom, and I don't have to do it anymore. But then once I got it, I was like, I don't want nobody feeling like they got it. They constantly see it or something. Like, so then I was like, And somebody today or yesterday was like, you ain't been in the live stream in a while. I was like, I'll go in tomorrow. And here I am. Venting all my thoughts. These people have been driving me absolutely fucking crazy. Men, Lord Jesus, like, if you are an actual dude, a straight dude, okay, who was into women and women only. Well, no, not just women. Well, no, because I'm going to tell you this. A man who is bi wouldn't be like this. Men who are bi, I'm going to tell you, this is going to sound crazy, but this is why I say a man who is openly bi. I don't mean, like hiding it, the other side. I mean, like, talking about, like, a man who is openly bi would not be like this. You know why? Because they have more of an open mind, period. So they don't get closed and boxed into, it's like an artist of sorts. Like, they don't get boxed into this type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like women who are, high estrogen and men high testosterone, and there's this chemical imbalance things going on, and but people who go both ways, they just kind of seem to tend to kind of be a little more like, It's what it is, I understand, But oh my God, this shit is just crazy. I just want, all I really want is for men to know, like, women, I could check a woman until I die. I could check every woman I run into until I die. It's my place. I'm a woman. That's what I can do that until I pass away. That is my right. That is my job, my duty. But men, I'm not supposed to be having to do this. Like, this is not even gonna work. Like, the most I can hope for is that I could give somebody a place to sit while all the shenanigans are going on, so they won't get bombarded with it. But men have to check men. Just like women need to check women. We don't speak the same fucking language. A bunch of men, like, literally just coming at a woman whom was dropping gems. Like, back in the day, I'm going to tell you this. Back in the day, the shit that she was saying, if she did an hour going on of that kind of stuff, do you know how much ass there would be for the getting from a dude, from listening to this kind? This is old fucking game. The shit that y'all doing now, that the people are doing now, it ain't fucking working. It so ain't working. Not only are the guys and the girls not even getting the fuck along, they literally are behaving in a way that it seems like they actually fucking hate each other. Now, how's that gonna work out? How the fuck is that supposed to help? Like, what? That can't be it. This ain't it. What she was spitting was old ass game. It was a game. Which is so funny because those people, we don't see those people anymore. We don't hear that kind of stuff anymore. Like, that stuff's not really out there anymore. That generation of fathers didn't show up to tell that particular game. And y'all threw it the fuck away. They threw it away. They shoved that shit back in her face because she said two things that sounded like they were something to do with males having to be, being accountable for something. Just threw it right back up in their fucking face. Right back up in her face. I just don't. And I can't. And that's another thing too. When you got people in your chat, it's like, yes, you want to, your people who support you and that kind of stuff. But the people, I still check those people too. I check everyone. I check everybody. If you are doing something, saying something, being toxic, stepping outside of like you are doing something that is causing a ripple for somebody else. Pretty much that's where I live at. I live at once what you're doing and saying starts affecting somebody else, I have a problem. This is when I get involved. This is when it happens. So these people are doing these things of mass scale. You say this one thing and they all just instantly agree with you? Have you ever seen that before? Where literally 100% of the people that is in a room all have the same fucking thought. This shit's not real. It's fucking goofy as hell. Like, it's unattractive. It's not sexy. It ain't hot. It ain't. It ain't. Like, I would just love to wake up tomorrow and suddenly, the other thing, let's see. Yeah, so I wake up tomorrow and suddenly there's like 4 or 5 dudes on here just pushing back. Strong ones though. You know what I mean? Like somebody with some bass in his voice. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe a beard. It's because I like that. You know what I'm saying? It looks very man. Maybe, yeah, chocolate. Yeah, for sure, chocolate. Chocolate with a beard, structure. And given that old fucking game, that old strong fucking shit. Pushing back. Oh. I just got turned on just thinking about it. No, but on some real shit. I just need a break. Like, I'm just hard. Like, I want to talk about something else. I don't want to do it anymore. I am an empath. This drains me a lot. Drains me a lot. Ooh, has that ever happened? Your followers are all chill. Oh, where I had to check people? Melissa? What are you talking about? Oh, Derek Jackson. No. Derek No, Derek Jackson is like a gigolo. Derek Jackson is a gigolo. He gets paid to come and entertain women. That's it. That's all. He actually is the exact, like, he's a mirror image of like the red pill thing from the other side. Like, he tells women exactly what they want to hear while bashing men. That's why I was like, oh my God, did Kevin start? I mean, not Kevin, but did Derek Jackson start this? Like, did him doing that end up creating the red pill's face? You know, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Because they're doing the exact same thing. They hated and think about that for a second. They hated Derek Jackson so much. What he was doing was so wrong. He was gross for that. Ew, yuck. They're doing the exact same thing that Derek Jackson was doing. Telling men everything that they want to hear. You're doing great. You don't need to change anything. It wasn't your fault. I've heard that 6 times this week on I don't know how many different podcasts that actually are using that phrase now. It's not your fault, guys. It's not your fault. I'll be damned if it ain't. It is. I'll tell you why. Because the same reason why men feel like they should be seen as higher, they're the king of the castle, they're all these things. Everything that happens around you, sir, has to be blamed on you when you the king. If shit's going wrong in the fucking kingdom, the king is fucking up. So yes, it is your fault. It is. You're at a meeting with a bunch of fucking kings. Your kingdoms are burning down. You're going to be overthrown. It's going to be off with your fucking head. Like, you're focused on the wrong damn thing. You're out here hanging out with everybody else who calls themselves a fucking king. Bunch of pages just hanging out. What the fuck, man? You can't know. I ain't never heard of a king in his mama's basement before. No, that's not a king. A king has a castle. The castle is his. The king don't live in Aunt Susie's castle. Okay? in the cellar. Ugh. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, in the spirit of less draining empath discussions, I have a topic question to change the focus. No, I have to get this shit out. Is it related to this? Because this is what I'm even on here for. Where's your king? Oh, really, bitch? Really, bitch? Orange pill nurse. I'm glad you're here. You know why I'm glad? Confirm for me that you a troll real quick so I don't feel guilty about what the fuck I'm about to say. Confirm it for me, please. And know that after this, I will send everything and everyone that I know to make sure that you have a shitty 8 days to follow. 8 days. Confirm for me that you are a troll. I have way too much rage in me right now to have a piece of shit come up in here on some shit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm all heated and have nowhere to put the energy. Damn it. I tell you what. Yeah, let me calm it down. Here we go. Let's do some reading here. Let's do some reading. Game Dreamer 58 says, that's not true. Black manosphere is all about oh God. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through that one. It's all about self-improvement. Yeah, no. No. Do I need to name some red pillars for you just so you know the manosphere? No, the main people in the manosphere, the people they've been using the name of the most, are definitely not about self-improvement, honeypot. Yeah, frankly, there's more success stories of black women finding love by listening to the Black Manosphere. No, I'm gonna tell you that's another thing too. When you hear a man who's getting paid top dollar to tell you things, and he tells you that he has these people who come to him and thank him for finding a spouse, I still have yet. I've been asking. I asked in my chats, has anybody yet heard from one of these people? Heard outside of his mouth, Kevin's mouth, that this shit is working for anybody? I want some. I could tell you right now, the shit that I tell people, I have saved the lives of 3 dogs, 18 cats. I have created a wedding. I did, a wedding planned, brought the couple together, planned their wedding, and then, gave the bride away. And they are now, their children are my godchildren to this day because of my teachings. I could tell you that shit. Guess what? It don't make it true. And until somebody come along and show you some shit, at least have the person, all these people, as well known as he is, knowing that he's done said these things and no one has come forward. Somebody would have, sir. They haven't, because it don't exist. It don't exist. You look it up, and once you find that magical person, please let me fuck know, because I've been asking and nobody has heard anything about this evidence from these people whom this has fucking worked for. Thanks for helping me find my husband. They thank me. I've had 2 weddings and 2 thises. Show me something, an article in a fucking newspaper, something, anything, nigga, anything. Stop listening to this shit. They are shoveling this shit out, and people don't even check. Nobody's checking any references. They give out these statistics. Nobody goes and checks to see if he's reading them right, if they're coming from the same thing, if he's mixing this and this because it sounds good together. Nobody's fucking checking. They're just literally recycling whatever the fuck they're told to the next person. I heard somebody actually came into the divestors. God, I keep fucking that word up. Yeah, they came into the divestors chat, and they were like, it was a guy, it was a black dude, which is, I'm gonna tell you something that's so fucked up. Like, actually, this is cheering me up a little bit, because that shit was hilarious. What they do, they have like dudes come up, not like come up, but like come into, they bring them into the chat or whatever. And if it's like, they'll ask them, are you black or are you white or whatever? Like they'll ask them that shit. And like if you say he's white, you'd be like, oh yeah, and the girls are all like super inviting, like, oh yeah, come on in, Jim, come on in, Ted, whatever, And then he'd come up in there, won't even have a picture up or nothing. It literally could be a black dude who has a white dialect. You know what I mean? Talks with a white dialect. Like, but he'll say all the things that they want to fucking hear. Like, and they'll just be all like getting all excited. They'd be like, oh, and how wonderful is that? Yay. And then black dudes come in there, and like, so this one black dude comes in, and he tried to use a Kevin Samuels statistic, but he didn't know the percentage, didn't even guess. just a certain percentage of men who are like this, then that, but whatever, and then try to skip over it, like try to half-ass throw out a thing that he heard, like tried to recycle it, but didn't even have didn't even care enough to actually at least know the thing. Just all he knew was that it sounded good on his behalf, and that he wanted to use it to put a bitch in her place. Sorry, I did it again. To put a girl in her place, a woman in her place. This is what the fuck. Y'all are just recycling this stuff. Yeah, but he's one of the problem with Kevin is that yeah, he's only one, but he's one of the universal ones. All the ones and all the other ones, they all reach into him. They all reach. They all there's all like a little line chart that reaches to everybody in the red pill thing. There's only a few of them in that chart who are connected to everyone in some way. Kevin is one of them. He's like our mainstream version, red pill. He's the red pill if they were gonna sell it in stores now. That's Kevin. He's the most fucking dangerous. He's the most dangerous. That's the most dangerous. Like, fresh and fit, no. That's not dangerous. You know, just like, you know, Fresh never stopped saying he had a 1,000 body count, even though he knew that nobody believed him. Even his own people, but he's going, so, you know, they like, no, he may not be red pill, but he is, Kevin Samuels is not a red pill, but he definitely feeds, those are the people who come into his thing, they are red pill. Red pills like flock to him. Because the thing that red pills love is the whole idea of disrespect in women. And anybody who tells me something different, part of the problem. That's the whole thing. It's like red pill is like the excuse that you have to be mad. It's like, I'm really pissed, but nobody wants to hear about it. But hey, well, we gotta, you know, if you put this sticker on your chest, then you'll be identified as a person who's furious. Once you're that, you can be just run around and scream and holler. It's like a free pass. That's what the fucking red pill label is. It's a free pass to be a dick. That's why rage, they use the word rage when it starts. What other phase do you know of that when you start it, rage is attached to it? Shit, that shit is crazy. Alex Zoldyck. Am I getting close? Am I close in pronouncing that? Oh, God. Oh, because I was reading it off the other thing. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Sorry, that's not what red pill means. I know what the red pill means. It's from the Matrix. Some corny ass fucking shit that some people in the basement was like, oh, we should apply this in our real lives. I know I saw the Matrix. I'm old enough. I saw it when it came out. It was new to me. Okay. I was 23 years old when I saw it. Living in California, I recall. Red pill is the reality, the real world as it actually is. Not the sugar-coated versions, the blue pill where you can go back to where it feels comfortable and everything is, you know, set and everything has a stand. I know what the fuck the red pill is. I just see the fuck it is women hating. But that's all fine and dandy. Just know that. And then the people who, if you swear that you're not one of those, stop fucking hanging around in that fucking circle then. Or don't complain when you get called out for being the exact same thing. That's my thing. Don't hang out in there if you don't want to be called the same fucking thing. Because ain't nobody going to sit around and make the distinction between 20 people who may not be rapists when it's a shit. I already know y'all going to take that word and just run with it like that's what the fuck I was actually talking about. So let me change it. I swear, you know what's so funny? It's like you can't eat. There's no room for error. This is what they did to April. There's no room for error. She didn't even actually make it. Well, no, she did. When she decided to use that fucking word, she fucked up. I won't lie. That was a bad word to use. Byproduct. That was just shit. Like, that was a bad choice of words. Just period. She should. And what's so funny is actually, if you look back at the video, she actually, when she, like she said it, and then lead asked her to, explain, could you explain what that means, byproduct, whatever. And then she explained it. And after she explained it, after she after she explained it, she did this face like she was so proud, that's some clever shit I thought of, not knowing. I was like, oh my God, girl, no, you can't refer to people as things that also are food. Dark skinned people are now starting to trip about being called chocolate. Like, people call, cause I don't call, cause there's chocolate, and then there's dark chocolate, and then there's white chocolate, and then there's caramel, it's milk chocolate and then dark chocolate, yeah. That's because it's good. I mean, that's why I say it. I say chocolate because that's what I think. I go, I was supposed to have more melanin. I was robbed at birth. It's my grandmama's fault. Both my grandmas high yellow. So here I am with no melanin. The sun don't like me. Oh. Let's see. How the fuck did she make an error by letting some man lie, her cousin lie on some man? I'm sorry. I'm gonna need somebody to explain what the fuck that is, because I hope that you don't have a cousin out there who has ever done anything wrong, because you fucked up when you let him do that thing. You fucked up when you had that neighbor that time who didn't pay his electric bill. You fucked up when you let that happen. Give me a fucking break. If I was accountable for everybody and what everybody in my family do, well, that would be boring. It wouldn't be nothing going on because they don't know how to do shit. but I'm just saying. That is crazy. I'm going to tell you this. When you want something to come at somebody, I'm sure if I wanted to, I could stay up all night, find some really crazy shit about Kevin Samuels, come back on here tomorrow, tell you this crazy shit that I just found about Kevin fucking Samuels. And I would get met with excuses for him. Y'all pick and choose what to be fucking mad about. Y'all pick and choose who you're going to hold accountable. And that's why it can't be taken seriously by women. This is why women aren't taking it seriously, to the point where now they're plotting your complete demise. They're literally trying to wipe you out of the future. This is how pissed they are. They're so pissed by this. And I'm going to tell you, it breaks my fucking heart, but some of this shit that I listen to, it's hard to be like, I don't understand why they feel this way. I should you fucking not. Like, I don't agree with the method, but I definitely, if I'm being super duper fucking honest with myself, I can see how they fucking got there. I can see how they landed there. If you're a vengeful person, a vengeful spirit, which, most women have that quality. It's a thing that we have. If you have that in you at all, absolutely, I can see how they connected the dots and got to that. Especially when they have a weird leader who's not scared to go too far. Fucking Cynthia. She'll go all the fucking way, won't she? She'll stand in it too. Because she's done already made a scene of herself before, so she don't really give a shit, Oh, thank you. It's my favorite shirt. I love my gamer shirt. I mean, not my gamer shirt, my Star Wars. It's my favorite in the whole wide world. I wish I had it in every color. Especially red. I love red. Red's great. How many males? Wait. Where'd it go? Oh, yes, I forgot Kevin Samuels. He definitely loathes women with passion. Yeah. Are you starting to show your true colors there? What's my true colors, Montez? Enlighten me. Oh yes, I forgot Kevin saying what's hilarious about that. I love that story. There's no black women are abused. Wait, what's it go? What was hilarious about that? Oh, you talking about the Cynthia G thing? Wait, no. Yeah. I mean the thing that they be talking about. I think it's important that you know something, Alex. You are in here. Tell you something about me that you probably don't know because the name doesn't look familiar. I have what is called a nervous laugh. A lot of people have it, right? So what happens is, I saw this in one of these things too. Somebody was laughing. Somebody made the mistake of chuckling when they said something and got reamed for it. Now me, on the other hand, I'm listening to it and I can tell. I could tell. I know a nervous laugh. I know the things that trigger a nervous laugh. When you are talking about something that would normally cause a person to possibly cry if they got too in their feelings about it, they laugh. That's called a nervous laugh. You develop it when you're young to keep from crying so much. So when I laugh, I'll say, that's not funny. Why are you laughing? Because all that's going to do is piss me off. Because I know it's not fucking funny. I wish I didn't have to fucking say it. It shouldn't fucking exist. But it does. And to keep from crying or raging, I laugh. It is a thing I do. Okay? And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. I'm on about April Mason. Okay, which part about April Mason, Alex? It's a prime example of why nobody fucks with April Mason. Everybody was fucking with April Mason 4 days ago. That's the thing. Everybody ain't fucking with her because literally, here's a prime example of why everybody's not fucking with April. Because she said, let me find it, because they were. When they brought her up in there, they were all excited. They were fucking with her based on who she was and what she had done. It was what she said in there that sent them into them hating her. They also did it to Danica Marie. No, actually, there's a great example. They've been coming at her in the manosphere. They've been coming for Danica. Coming for her. Horribly. Oh, just all of a sudden started just targeting the shit out of her. And it was because of how well she was doing. She was getting that money. Oh, her fans love her. I mean, they love her. Fucking super chats look insane. They look Kevin Samuels-y. Okay? And that's a woman. Enraged. That enraged them. This woman in the manosphere. She's not supposed to be in here. She wasn't even fucking in there. They just were saying that she was. She wasn't even in there. She then does a interview with her. Y'all's homeboy. Everybody's homeboy. Everybody loves O'Shea Duke Jackson. He's that universally loved. I love him too. I actually like him. But he does an interview with her. Okay, and now suddenly everyone's fine. You know why they why they hate April? Because they just got told to. They were in a live chat. She came on. She went off. One person said something. Everyone followed fucking suit. There's not an individual fucking thought in the room. If Lead started out, if she left the chat, if she went off of there and Lead said, man, she was spitting some game. Wow, I haven't heard a game like that in forever. I can't believe women didn't do better, having her teachings. This would have gone very fucking different. These people are not thinking for themselves. You can't tell me no fucking different. Everybody has the same fucking thought. They go follow rape suit. No, absolutely fucking not. They don't hate her. They just love to fucking follow each other. It's a circle jerk. It is a circle jerk. I will never, not ever. You gotta be able to look at yourself in the fucking mirror, dog. You gotta be able to see yourself in the mirror. Call me out for saying the word dog. I ain't never claimed to be a lady. Okay? I ain't trying. I'm me. But I've always been able to be. I've always been able to just be me. I'm a good person. I like to help people. I like to do good deeds. But if you ask certain people, me saying the word dog after saying something, me saying yo, me saying all these things, these are the things that make me not a quality fucking woman. No wonder y'all is fucking out here with fucking OnlyFans chicks. No wonder you can't find a decent fucking woman. You looking for the wrong shit, dog. You worried about the wrong shit. You barking up the wrong tree. Ugh. Ugh, that's not true. In the chat, different opinions. Ugh, CJOJ. Literally, the whole time I was in there, the only other person I heard saying anything other than that was CJOJ, who's in here right now. That was the only thing. Like, everybody's just going with the flowing. Because, and even if they don't agree, it's like this weird thing of like, it seems like they're afraid to not say it. It's like they wait to see what he thinks first. What do you think first about what just happened? Oh, you like it? Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, you didn't like it? I know. Fuck that bitch. And then it just goes on and on. And then Leader's acting like he don't know why she might have, made a subliminal kind of thing. I heard it. I heard like the part of it. She said, she was saying leader. She didn't say lead, but you could tell that's what she was talking about. But she didn't say anything like out of pocket. She just said you could tell the way that a person is. And I like to think that too. What she said, I don't think what she said there was untrue. You can tell whom by the follower, you can tell whom a leader is by their followers. Donald Trump's followers were a clear and concise thing to show you whom he was. Certain people will not like the people who follow Donald Trump wouldn't have followed fucking like those ones that we're talking about. The ones that are like boyish street personality putting it out there. Look at me. Those are the people who are flashy in your audience. The flashy people in your audience are the indicator of whom you are because they only show up for what they want, what they need, what they feel they deserve. In the manosphere, men feel they deserve everything and don't feel like doing any of the shit that people used to do back in the day to get that shit. They want it easy now just fucking because. Well, this is how women's supposed to be. Yes, they were like that. You know why they were like that? Because they had to fucking be like that. If you're a woman and you can't have a fucking job, you gotta eat. You now have 4 kids. They didn't have birth control like that. Like there's a bunch of reasons as to why these things were happening the way they were. You want to disregard all that shit and just say y'all need to behave like y'all did only because of circumstances way back in the fucking day. Nigga, grow up. This shit is ridiculous. You're not talking rationally. You just want what you want, like a little kid. I just want it. You in the pool asking for ice cream. Nigga, no. You can't have ice cream in the pool, baby. There's a place for that. You can't have that there. Okay? Just because you want it don't mean it is. Don't mean you can fucking have it. Or even deserve it. Like, for all these people, like, you talk about, there's this many unmarried men, there's this many, do they want to be fucking married? If they wanted to be, I can tell you this, if a man wanted to be fucking married, when a man wants to be married, he married. You know why? Because men control marriage. Fun fact that everyone knows, or if they don't, they should. Men control marriage, not fucking women. I know plenty of women who played the part, was the thing, did all the stuff, was all the things that guys complain that women aren't now. Because he wasn't ready at the time. The only thing that was missing, she was wife. He was not ready to be husband. So it passed. It don't matter if she's there and ready. It matter that happens when he is ready. Men control marriage. So if men are running around childless because they've had people get those things done when they got pregnant, if they running around childless, which not to mention in those statistics, most of the bulk of those people he's talking about that are childless are under 25 or 18 to 20 fucking 5, which is not abnormal. So I don't know what the fuck he keeps pointing that shit out for. But anyway, just to kind of make it seem like women are crazy because there's all these unmarried dudes out here. Like they're all ready to be, married. What the fuck is that about? I don't fucking know. No, I don't think that. See, I refuse to say that TLA panders to his audience because I like TLA, and he definitely calls it. He'll call it even. You know what I mean? Like he'll call it like he'll push back like plenty. Like when somebody come in and say something. So I would have to assume that he really actually did he personally did take issue with what she said. Me as a woman, I know what she meant. And not to mention, I'm not sensitive. So I know what she meant. I could hear what she was saying. And, sometimes people say stuff to me, they'll say they use the wrong word or something. I ain't gonna sit there and pick on you. I know what you meant. So I just listened to you. Right? There's no point in sitting here being like, why'd you use that word for? Well, what do you mean by that? Well, I don't appreciate that. Well, sometimes that means this. Is that how you feel? I ain't gonna sit there and nitpick on you. I know what the fuck you meant. But while y'all are here, I'm gonna explain to y'all, okay, what the fuck she meant when she said that thing. So if anybody in here heard her say that term that seemed to piss everybody off, just really got them going, honey. Got them going. What was it? I can't remember that name of that film. Shape, okay. It was. Okay. Ugh. The thing what she was saying with the what was the term she used, y'all? I know some of y'all seen it. That everybody hated. Everybody said, byproduct. The men are the byproduct. Now, what she meant by that, I did a video explaining this thoroughly. But I'll tell you, if you're in here, now you'll know. And if you decide to take it further than this, then that's up on you. Okay. I can't. I tried to pull this. I tried to do my live in Streamlabs. But it was doing this weird thing with the video playing in the background. Like I was trying to do the thing so I could pull up the video and play it. I had the clip and everything of like her talking. But then the video would play, but there's no fucking sound. I don't know what the hell was going on. So I was like, it's already taken forever. I was supposed to be live streaming at like 8. I didn't get on here until what, like 10? Because of that. Me trying to get that shit together. I was like, fuck it. Let me just get on here and get it over with before I chicken out and I don't do it. And once you get out of doing something long enough, it takes it's rocket science to get you back in here. So, but so what she meant when she said the byproduct, men are the byproduct. She explained it very clearly after she said it, because he said, well, can you explain what you mean by men are the byproduct? Once you get your shit together, your body right, okay? Because like she said, the women that she was helping, they're like, like overweight. She said it in her little post that everybody was so happy about. You know, like they'll be overweight and stuff, and they don't hold themselves accountable, and they think they entitled. They have all these things. So what she's saying is she would well, this is not part of it, but it's something that she said. She said she would use, because she knew what they wanted. What they wanted was like a better dude, better version of a dude. So they wanted to be they wanted to be eligible for a better man, basically, right? So she would be like, oh, okay, I can help you with that. And so they would be like, oh, good, she gonna help me get a good one. And she would use that to entice them into bettering themselves. She would use that as like the ploy to get them there, because you have to be a better. She can't go find you a better man and say, hey, better man, like this big chunky chick over here whom isn't taking care of herself and ain't got shit going for herself. Come like her, because I told you so. She can't do that. She's not a miracle worker. So what she has to do is fix the woman, get the woman to fix herself, work on herself, get herself into the condition of where she can then she'll attract a man that is that type of man that she's talking about. Say the mission is to fix yourself, to better yourself, to become that which you wish to attract. Because the rule is we attract that which we are. Meaning, if you are a toxic human, you cannot be pissed when you attract toxic humans. That is why, it's another reason why there's so many of these people all inside of this one place, inside this one little sphere of hatred. Just sitting there, just spewing hate, and they just all just love it. Because misery loves some fucking company. It love it. It'd be so happy when it finds some. It'd be, oh my God. It'd be so happy. Okay. So that is what the fuck she meant. She explained it. It was just kind of dumb that she used that word. It was like not forward thinking to use the word and say men are the byproduct. It's like a crazy, there's no way she, like anybody else, like even if they thought it would have, once they said it out loud, would be like, oh no, I don't mean it like that. It's like the type of thing that when you say it out loud, you go, oh, I don't mean it like that. But for some reason, she couldn't see it. I don't know. Like I said, when she said it the second time, she even kind of did this thing, like almost like she looked up into space, like she was proud of herself, like she thought that was a really good line that she came up with. But like, oh, that's a great, like the other thing, the something CEO, the feminine CEO or something like that. Like she liked to come up with terms and stuff, apparently. See? And so I guess that was one of the things that she used, and I guess she learned that lesson the hard way. But she really didn't appreciate the fact that after she got off of there, he decided to basically kind of make a joke out of her, and well, not him, but he allowed that to happen on his space. And so that's why, and everybody of course came for her, because heaven forbid they do something that would be productive for themselves. You tell me how explain to me, anyone in here, explain to me, defend for me why a grown ass man whom has never paid money to April, who has never given her money or supported her cause, has invested anything in her or her lifestyle, would have a reason to go into her videos and her messages and go into her stuff and send her a bunch of hateful ass fucking shit. Explain to me the type of man that is, and what specifically the type of woman whom should be turned on by that. Because that right there is a clear and concise representation of red pill. Example, remember Fresh and Fit and their little minion that went running after the little white girl? Thank you very much. This is definitely red pill behavior. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. Justifying it makes it worse. As long as they have people to say, oh, no, that's not a bitch move. You cool, nigga, you cool. They're going to keep it the fuck up. They need somebody big and strong with a beard and chocolate and, easy on the eyes. That's for me. That's the part that's for me. To come out and check these little fools. Like, this is what this needs. We need a grown-ass black man all up in his masculine. Ooh. Yes, honey. Oh. I got a weird feeling in my stomach when I said that. Like, it just kind of ran up into my chest. Just thinking about it get me all excited. Like that's what I need. And I'm going to tell you this. I know it's coming. There's a reason why I believe in the black man. Because I know that those exist. I know it for a fucking fact. Because I've met them. I know some. So I know for a fact that they exist. When a guy come out and say all bitches ain't shit, you know why he's able to think that? Because he never met one that he still like. All it takes is for you to know one of something to take that thought, to take that thing away from where you can't say it anymore. Okay? I know he's out there. He gonna come out and see him. Wake up one day. Hopefully it's tomorrow, but if it ain't, I'll wait. He gonna come out and he gonna say that stuff. And old boy is I'm gonna be happy as a pig and shit. And then I'll be able to move on. But I can't just move on because it's like giving up. It's like letting them win. And I know it ain't nothing but 13 people in here, but that's not the way that my brain works. I work on frequency and seeds. I know for a fact that people regurgitate the shit that I say. I hear it in platforms and shit. I go in and I see. They regurgitate the shit that I say. When I say stuff, it makes it around. My name don't be attached to it, but it makes it. My seeds get planted. And they'll land where they need to. Maybe that dude I'm talking about, he'll get the seed. And he'll be like, all right, little niggas, y'all had a good run. Man. Come on. Come here and get this here lesson. Oh, I love me a strong man. Ah, king. Ain't nothing like a king. It do something to a woman when she can call a man king. I shit you fucking know how they do. Like, cause it don't roll up. You don't just say it just cause, like, somebody tell you to say it, it's gonna be like, king? But now when you get that feeling and you just want to say it, it'd be like, all right, king. All right, king. You get that feeling. I love it. What's going on, Vega? Starting to calm down a little bit. I think this was a good, maybe this was good for me. Indigenous is capping for men and then calls me a white knight. Can't defend facts. He resorts to homonyms. Oh, indigenous. I knew it. Yeah, he's in here. You can't, I mean, I'm going to tell you this. The thing is that he'll change his mind. Those particular people, not just him, but just those people who can't see it outside of that, or not can't, but because they definitely can. Because all it would take is a person that they follow and then their other followers to agree with something that goes against the thing he agreed with today. Like, say, if whatever he's saying today, like, say tomorrow, all of a sudden, we wake up and O'Shea Duke Jackson did a interview with April. Clarified everything, and now we just said basically just he completely understood like Lead Attorney said he did. He said he did when she was on there. And then when she got off, he said he didn't. And so all it would take is for him to have an interview with her, or have an interview with Kevin, and that person defend her. Crickets. It goes from rage to crickets. You tell me I'm supposed to respect that. Tell me that's a king. Lie to me and tell me that's a fucking king. Because that ain't a fucking king. That's a fucking jester. That ain't even a page or a knight, nigga. That's a jester. hoping he's telling a joke good enough to not be killed. That's what jesters do. They go and try to entertain the king and hope that fucking joke is funny. Hope that thing, that little dance he did was funny enough so he don't get put in the fucking dungeon. Ain't nobody going for that. Hey, Indigenous TV, don't come for side 3. You have a home. If you have like that type of feeling, you just feeling that type of way, and it's just bothering you so much to hear a man say anything that sounds fucking supportive in any kind of way to a woman, there are groups for you. There are groups that will accept you as you are, sir. There's only 12 people in here, and for some reason you decided to be one of them. There are plenty of places to be. But don't come in here disrespecting my crew. That's my crew. I'll block the shit out of you. I ain't got enough fucking people. I ain't got enough subscribers to be blocking folks. But guess what the fuck I would do? Block folks. You be the first. You gonna make history. Cut it out. Behave in here. All right. Now apologize and make up. Hey, look, do a virtual hug like this. This is what I like to do. Y'all kiss and make up. Cut that shit out. Won't be coming for my real ones, though. No, he ain't no contrarian. Side 3 being everybody's stuff. He's universal. He universal. Gets around. J9, let the bad people talk. You build on the back of the haters. I don't want to build on the back of the haters. You know what I want to build on? I want to build on... Ew, do you know how draining that is, Melissa? To have... I accidentally ended up in it. Do you know how this ended up being my life? I was listening to, like, you know, I was just like a little bit pissed, you know, with like Kevin. But most of the shit he would say I would actually agree with. So I wasn't super pissed. But I was a little bit pissed with Kevin. But it wasn't until Danica put up that thing, and then I was like, what is that about? And then it turned out to be about Cynthia G. And when I saw Cynthia G, I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, down the rabbit hole I went, and now here I am. Stuck in that shit, and she ain't gonna let down. She'll double down, because she's already been in, she's been in the mix for not positive stuff before, so she don't really care. Like, people who've never fallen before are more weary. Like, I'm not afraid of it because it's fucking virtual. And we back. Yeah. I'm here. I'm here, Poppy. I'm right here. My phone had died. I had to plug it in. I forgot to plug it in. So unprofessional. Such an amateur. I am an amateur. I'm a professional at life, though. Let's see. What white knight mean? Side 3. You know, white knight, like somebody who, like in the old stories and stuff, fairy tales and stuff, Poppy, a white knight would be the person who comes to save the damsel. A white knight. Basically a fucking hero. He basically called him a hero. But he was said it like, because I don't know if he knew that that's what it really meant. So he tried to insult him by calling him a hero. That is actually to show you how weird the shit is. The fact that it's an insult to be nice. I tell you, this is how you know they go too far. Here's how you know they go too far. When they talk about being a gentleman, what people would refer to as being a gentleman, being chivalrous, opening doors for people, you know, like picking and choosing these things. Take this thing off. What's this? I'm gonna take that off because I don't like that blur. Okay. Yeah, that blur was weird. It was blurring out my Star Wars shirt. Can't be doing it. Oh, it's like I gotta zoom in a little bit. Get my screen out. Showing my computer monitor and stuff. All right. Now we back in business. Now who we giving the business to again? No, I'm just kidding. My little feelings was just hurt. I don't like it when people just walk around being toxic. And then not to mention, you know what I be wanting to know though? Because it always, let me tell you this. Here's something to lighten the mood a little bit. You ever notice that the most trolly of the trolls never have a photo? They never have a photo, but they always got an excuse why not to have one. Like indigenous TV. Ain't nobody say that a white knight opens doors for women. Stop taking and hearing what the fuck you want to hear. You know what? You got one more time. You got one, you got one fucking more. And I'm just gonna this is gonna not be my problem anymore. You can say whatever fuck ill, horrible shit you want to say on the way out. Trust me, my skin's thicker than yours, bucko. Okay, but I'm gonna give you one more fucking shot. Like, but if it seems like that's what I'm just not. I'm not in the mood for it. I didn't say indigenous TV. I didn't say it was. I didn't say that was a white knight. I went from explaining what a white knight was. Okay. I went from doing that to then talking about how the men in this here manosphere is always like they bring up shit like men not wanting to, you know, why do men have to, you know, be gentlemanly, like open doors and shit for women. I've been in lives and they talk about this. So I'm not pulling it out of my ass, sir. This is a thing that they're saying. Your friends, whom you'll defend in the circle jerk, are saying these things. So check them if they're wrong, because they said it, not me. Check them or don't ask about it, because I'm getting it from them. This is a thing that they do. Okay? So if you got a problem with it, ask your friends. Hey, is this a thing we're saying now? Are we against opening doors for women? Is this a thing? Ask them that. Oh my fucking God. You go ask your friends how they feel about opening doors for women. Find the most toxic, extra red pilly friend that you have that just says the worst shit and just coincidentally just say, how do you feel about opening doors for women? And then you'll have your fucking answer. I'm not humoring you. I'm sure you've heard way worse come out of their fucking mouths than what I just said. So no, not wasting my time on that shit. Yeah, you're a gentleman. No, that's not, no. I know what a gentleman is. That's not a, no, And how old are you, indigenous? No, you don't. You ain't been treating you. No. How old are you, indigenous? I need to know your age. It'll round some things out for me. I need to make sense of you. If I can rationalize you, then I will at least feel a little bit better about it. How old are you, indigenous TV? Alex, a man is only creepy if he is approaching me and getting really close and try to touch me. Simply being nice is not all creepy. Oh, you know what? Vega brings up a point that I actually have not had a chance to talk about, but every time I hear a little something that triggers it for me, I go, shit, I can't believe I still haven't talked about this. But what she says, I'll put it up here. Okay. Says, Alex, a man is only creepy if he is approaching me and getting really close and tries to touch me. Simply being nice is not at all creepy. Now, this is a problem, actually, that guys have with women. Like a huge issue. And the discussion was had. And it came full circle to something that's very disturbing. What makes it creepy when a man walks up to a woman? It's not the way the man walks up to the woman. What makes it creepy is if the woman wants the man to walk up to her. So whether you are being a creep, a stalker, aggressive, doing she feels somewhat assaulted, could be based on whether she's attracted to you or not. And literally, so, which means that two guys do the exact same thing, the exact same way. One she's attracted to and was actually looking at. The other one she's not attracted to, has no interest in. One could possibly have the police called on him, and the other one not, based on whether she was attracted to him or not. I was like, wow. The fact that they were able to just say it out loud like that so that you could really hear it and process what the fuck that means. That means it's not about teaching boys to be how to be when they approach a woman. Because guys can't be psychic and know whether a girl wants him or not, would be interested in him or not. And based on whether she is or not is going to determine her reaction to him walking up and touching her on her shoulder or anything. That's what makes the fucking difference. Isn't that some crazy shit? Like, that's a weird, scary fucking thought. That the world is... That's our world. Like, dude, I mean, I gotta say, it's tough for everybody. But, the thing is that men are responsible for them not being very manly anymore. That is the case. That's been happening since before the red pill thing kind of came out. Men had already started dwindling down from that kind of thing, where they're like, when you find a man, it was a very rare thing. It started to become a very rare thing when you meet a guy and he's very, very, masculine and very king-like, like very just kind of like that. Those became very, very far and few. So, y'all, men are gonna need to no, but for me personally, it's all just how you handle it. So it should be more so how you deal with people. If you're not an asshole, like some women are just assholes. They just are. I'm sorry, they just are. I know plenty of them. I don't hang out with them and no shit like that. I'm very selective, but I know some, and they are awful. When a woman wants to be a dick, oh boy, a dick she will be. Like, she will be the worst. Which is actually, this is a representation of what we're seeing now. Guys are being horrible, and like, I'm gonna tell you this: you standing around talking about how nobody's checking for black women. Ain't nobody want y'all from no other race. Like, y'all are the least desired of all the women on the planet. Everybody in here has fucking heard this shit. This shit has been being said. This is what black men have been running around saying. Now, This is the exact same thing that women are saying. Y'all are terrible. And y'all ain't doing nothing right. Y'all is deadbeat dads. Y'all is, not protectors, which you can't be a protectors when you're professionally assaulting people, verbally, emotionally, whatever. Which is the state that they're in right now. They're in a recruiting thing of being as abusive emotionally and verbally to women as possible. They're being recruited for this club. So clearly they're not going to get any better. So if you think that all of a sudden these women, whom now are out here really educating themselves, Kevin Samuels gave them a clue that they needed numbers, they needed stats to make this work. So they've been out here doing fucking research. They've been out here doing research, getting numbers to make it make sense on paper why their theory could work, should happen, needs to happen, as they say. So figure out what the fuck it is that you want. If you just want to hang out with the guys and talk shit for the rest of your life, go for it. You're doing great. But don't expect to ever come out of here. Look, you guys. We got us women believe in toxic masculinity. So the irony of it is contradicting. Do you know what toxic masculinity is? No, you don't, Vive. So I'm going to tell you what toxic masculinity is. When a man attempts to be to show man what he thinks a man traits are, but when he thinks of a man trait, he goes all the way, he goes as far as humanly possible because he has no fucking idea what the fuck what a man actually is. He only knows the extremist versions of it. So he does every extreme version of what you think a man would fucking do. It's like if man was in a syringe, if like testosterone or something, it's like they don't know what they're supposed to be like. So they over fucking dose. They do every fucking thing. So yes, toxic masculinity exists. And you know why it exists? Because men don't know how to be men. And you know what a great example of that is? Vive. It's you. You're a great example of that. You don't know what to fucking say. So the first thing you think to say is a fucking insult because heaven forbid you use your own fucking thought because Jesus, we'd wait all day for you to find that shit. Okay? And I ain't got the time, Vive. I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time. I just ain't. You don't want to go there with me right now. I'm being gracious here. Not blocking folks. Because I think it's actually helping me therapeutically to just kind of let this kind of out. So maybe as good as a couple of troll-like creatures in here. You know? It's kind of helping me work through my frustration with humans and their need to be dicks. That's cool. I like your hat too. Very cool. Yeah. Sure. Seems very cool. Seems like you. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm sure. Sure you do well out there. Yeah. I ain't got no time. You know I got time. I always got time. If I could do one thing for the rest of my life, roasting sons of bitches would be there. I'm always gonna have time for that. Because, especially when they deserve it. Here we go. Look, let's see. Your argument's flawed. What is going on here? Oh, there it is. Let's all read the troll stuff. Your agreement is flawed. Okay, your writing is flawed. Your agreement flawed. Let's all simmer. Let's all simmer in on that, because we get to be petty with this guy. Because we trolling here. He's trolling, so we get to be petty. Your argument flawed. We repeat. You have nothing but time with your 14 viewers. And you have nothing but time hanging in a live chat with only 14 viewers. As a dude in here talking shit to a girl. Oh my God. I bet you were the most popular in your class. I bet all the girls loved you. And I bet your parents were so proud. I bet all those things were true. In your fucking dreams, nigga. In your fucking dreams. Get it together. Get it together, honey. It's cool. I like it. I bet when you sleep, I bet you are like so. I wonder what you are in your dreams. Like when you have dreams, vibe. What do you be in your dream? You know? Do you be like successful, relatable? You know, just, like the popular guy, like you got a lot of friends and, people like it when you laugh, like they think your laugh is special. So they really like to be around you. Is that what happens? Because it damn sure ain't your reality. If it's happening in your dreams. It's happening in your dreams. Oh my God. Who the fuck is you even talking about? We gonna skip over you and act like you ain't in here. That's what we gonna do. Tell you say something really out of line and then I just block you and be done with it. But I know you people, oh my God, talking about somebody bored. They be having like 40 different fucking pages and they keep popping up in. Can you imagine how fucking bored you gotta fucking be? Like, I can't even imagine the level of bored that is. That's real fucking bored. That's like the most bored. I think that's the maximum amount of bored. Let's see. Poppy Blanco. Who's coming from the Fresh and Fit Virgin Squad? I know the answer. Oh, Vibe, you cheered me up. I can't even hate on you. You actually cheered me up. Sometimes I just need somewhere to put my frustration at. We'll call you, sacrificing yourself to make me feel better. That's how I feel. That's how I choose to take it. Yet to be disproven, let's have a discussion. You ain't said nothing. Basically, your argument is, nope, I disagree. Nope, I disagree. My God, you proved something. Y'all love it. That's another thing. You ever notice that? It's like you want to discuss this thing, and yeah, it's like the red pill logic is this. They want for you to disprove shit. They want somebody to disprove something. How do you disprove something? Like, just like, who do you usually follow? Like, what's your regular dose of, just to get a feel for you, what is your regular dose of YouTube entertainment? Like your things that you like can't miss, like you just must catch, like the most important things that you, not important, but things you like to make sure that you watch. Vibe, just curious. indigenous TV. I could say, see, like now, as far as like career stuff, I was talking about like when somebody don't want you to have certain careers and stuff. That's why I said if it doesn't interfere with the family dynamic, like a traveling nurse, that's definitely gonna fucking interfere. So, that's the kind of thing that you know is like a yeah, nah, you need to do something else, baby. You know, I'm gonna need you to be a stationary nurse. Thank you. Thank you. I ain't doing this by myself. Not even just about temptations, just being gone. You know, you just want to be able to have your little, routines and stuff. Unless you are a celebrity, or in one of those weird situations, you don't want to create like those kinds of like gaps and stuff in you being around each other. Because people grow as you get older, you change. Like say when you get married and you're young, you go through changes as you in your life. You just go through like stages and changes and stuff. So as you do that, you both do that. So just because you were, say, compatible when you were young and you got married, your newer versions of yourself, as you go through your little changes and your shifts, they then have to also connect. Those two things, those new personalities have to be able to bond too. They're, if you both get into a certain career, you have to make that mesh, make that work. It's this all this adjustment that happens the whole way through. It's not like, like that's why they say marriage is work, because it changes. It's like you turn it into two different people, and then you have to make those two different people fall in love too. I know you hear Kevin Samuel say, what does love have to do with it? Every fucking thing. If I got to sit in the fucking house with you. The only reason why you don't, well, some people, to call Cassidy of it all, but they'll kill their parents and stuff. The only reason why most people don't kill their parents and stuff is because they love them. People don't kill their children because they love them. There would be way more people killing their children and their parents and stuff if they didn't love them. So love has a lot to do with tolerance. Love is where the tolerance comes from. If I don't love you and you do some ill ass shit to me, you're going in the fucking trash can, bro. Like, that's where you're going. There ain't no place for you over here. Now, if I love you, there's a certain amount of grace you're going to get. Like Poppy in here. Poppy be saying some crazy shit sometimes, but, his voice is, he sound like Tony Montana. He sound like Scarface. He's like Cuban or some shit. Like he sounds like that. So it's hard for me to be mad at him, even though he says some crazy shit. It's like, all right, you get a pass. See this thing still in here talking. I look up documentaries. Don't really sub to anyone, any actual types of content. If they criticize both sides, I'm here for it. Well, that's me, dude. The fuck is you in here? If I criticize, I do both. Have you watched any of my videos yet? If you go through my videos, you see everybody gets it over here. I got videos specifically about men ain't shit, specifically about women ain't shit. Like this, I got it all. I got where they need to chill the fuck out. I got old school advice. Kind of like what April tried to give y'all, but y'all don't want. Because y'all like hanging out in the basement talking about women ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick honey's upset suck, nigga. In your mama's basement. Get out of that woman's basement. Let her move on with her life. She want to get a new boyfriend. You over here hating, talking about, mama, you were 50-some years old and you is divorced and you ain't nobody gonna marry you, Kevin Samuels said. like, say it again and I ain't gonna feed your little ass. Sorry, mama. I can't imagine. I'm gonna tell you this. I have a son. And if my son come around me ever in life talking the shit that y'all be talking, little nigga ain't coming in my house. I ain't raised that. I ain't raised that. That's a bitch. Like, that's some bitch type fucking shit. Like, not just bitch like soft. Because soft is soft. I know people who seem soft, but they just had, you know, there was like those people that, you know, they see it would seem soft, so they would get picked on. But they just always had that line. And once you touch that fucking line, you know, I mean, they would all but try to kill you. You know, like it always would take somebody to separate them from you, for you to have made it out of that shit. You know. So, and when I say that, I'm like, if my son come around me talking about something, and women ain't this, and she don't submit, and she don't, I'm like, look at, you know what? Because I've seen it. I've been in the presence of king-like behavior. When a man is being extremely masculine, is very, very masculine, you feel safe. As a woman, you feel safe. There's something that, and I don't mean safe like, I mean literally, physically, like you feel. It's a weird type of safe. It's like another level of safe. And when you feel like that, you become very, you know, dainty-ish. You know, like, you just become this thing. You know, men aren't seeing women be that because men aren't that. You gonna come around me acting like a little pauper talking about I'm supposed to be your motherfucking queen. I'm supposed to be queening for you, Jester? That's what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to do all of this and tolerate all of this, and oh, you a king, so you call yourself a king, so you get to have all of this shit, and then it means so much to you that I have nothing? This is how I know you ain't about shit. My argument isn't flawed. My argument is on fucking point. Your perspective is flawed. It was told to you numerous times by people, dudes who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, who never had game. You name me a main red pill person. Name them for me. Call one out, and I will show you what the fuck I'm talking about. Name one. Name me a red pill person whom like is anyone whom is a teacher of this, like a person who's putting out content and stuff about it. Not just like these little people like you ranting and raving in people's comments. Like a leader person, like a you know, like Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fed and Donovan Sharp and fucking Donovan Sharp. Oh my God, that if I had to listen to his voice for an hour, like if somebody told me that if I had to drive somewhere and it was an hour drive, and somebody said you have to listen to Donovan Sharp the whole time, no commercials. I give you $200 if you just let it just play. I'd be like, fuck. A 20-minute drive, I can do it. An hour, I'm going to push a button. I try, but I know I'm going to push a fucking button. I'm going to push a button. I ain't going to be able to fucking stomach it. Yes, Toxic behavior. Oh my god. Okay, so no. Okay, I ain't gonna go in on you on that. You don't know, so you haven't watched my videos. But I do a bunch of videos about the ladies' perspective. In fact, most of the shit that I put out right now is lady stuff. It's like the shit. I can't even get the name right. Fuck is it called? Divestors. These women, the Cynthia G's, the most toxic of the women sphere. They call it, there's a sphere apparently. Everybody, I learned that once I got to, giving the business to Cynthia G, which, is pretty easy to do because she's pretty fucked. But you know what, in all honesty though, I tell you, she's funny. Like, I hate it. I'm gonna tell you something about listening to her shit though, because I be so pissed with her. I be so mad because she'll say something and it'll be funny though, and I'll laugh, and then I'll be like, damn it. So then I'll be like, oh my God, these bitches have an excuse to listen to her because she's funny. Ugh. But she's terrible. No, I do. No, indeed. I do both sides. They're both toxic. It's all toxic. The men hate the women are hating the men. This is what's going on. I don't know what y'all think is how this is supposed to fucking work out, but it isn't. So what I'm trying to do as an outsider, I'm not in the dating world. I don't date. I don't leave my house aside from go to work. I go to work. I come home. This is what I do. I sit here. I'm a computer bandit. I don't like it outside. I don't like humans. I don't like their way that they move. As you can see, great example of what the fuck I'm talking about is right here. There's this intolerance for all that isn't yourself. Hate that shit. Like, just, even people on the highway, fuck. Like, you don't want to let somebody get over, but then 2 minutes later, you're going to be trying to get over and you be just as pissed because they won't let you over. Like, how the fuck do you not remember what that felt like? It happened 2 fucking seconds ago. You just did it to somebody else. You are not the only person on the fucking planet. Oh, really? That's how you found me? What was the, oh, God. Was it? Oh, God. Okay. Now I'm curious. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see. My page, because you have the comments that how I found your page. I wanted to see if you were not content creator. Oh, what was the comment that I responded to? Did you say something shitty or was it good? Now that we're discussing rather agree. Wait, what is that? What's a femcell? That's the first time I've heard that. Bro Bobby. In today's society, it's so hard to tell the male from the female, men with long hair and women with short hair. Yeah, this is true. Back in the day, everybody used to have, well, these black folks, everybody used to have the same fucking hair. Remember? The guys and the girls all had the same fucking afro. I'm not old enough, I'm not from that time, but it wasn't too long before me. I think my mom was toting around that hairdo while I was born, so when I was, in fact, yeah, she was. She did. She had an afro when I was like, is that a fro? Shit. Maybe that wasn't a fro. That might have been just that big old, where they press the little, and it just sits perfectly around like this. A female incel. Is that, that's not a thing. The fuck is a female incel? A female who's involuntarily celibate? That don't exist. Women, if a woman is celibate, it is voluntary. Even if she's choosing not to, like if she wants to, but she's being picky about who, which would have to be the case, because if she just wanted to have sex, she could find someone to have sex. She could be a troll with one leg, one arm, one eye, a corner of her head missing, and she could find a nigga that would do it. She could find a dude that would take one for the team. So no, there's no such thing as a femcel. If she's being particular because she don't want to, have one that she don't really want, then that's still her choosing. So no, that's not involuntary. That's voluntary. Involuntary is when you don't have any choice. You've tried everything you can do, and it's just not working. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You've tried. You're trying so hard, and it ain't working. Like somebody in my comments. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. I know that's right, high side. I would say high side, bravo. If you are a chick and you can't find one, that's just a lie. You definitely can. You see, thank you. I was trying to get an understanding of her content and her views. Grew up debating, so I test the waters. Oh yeah. Vibe. What was the comment that I had? Oh, I see it. It was about April Mason and her comment about judging the creator based off their followers. Okay, so that was what you said, or that was what I said? You definitely can. Oh, so I just did it. I think I just did that like recently. Yeah. So well, just to talk about that, you can. Oh wait, I do remember that message. I actually remember it now. Yeah, I didn't look at the picture, so I didn't remember. But yeah, you definitely can. I actually addressed that already, I think, in this live. I said it, like you could definitely tell, like by someone's the bulk of someone's feed, the people in their comments and stuff, their followers. You can tell by the bulk of what's in there what the person is about. You can. Like if somebody didn't listen, wasn't able to hear me talking on this thing, but they just had to read through the comments on here and just read every single comment, they would get an idea. Okay? So yeah, absolutely. Geniuses don't follow an idiot. Idiots won't follow a genius because they'd be intimidated. Okay? This is you find people follow what makes them feel more comfortable being themselves. What doesn't intimidate them, what gives them more leeway, what feeds their ego. These are the things that make people follow stuff, and that's why you could tell. You fucking can tell. And if Lead Attorney had agreed with that statement, if Kevin Samuels had agreed with that statement and said, yeah, that's definitely true, you would be fine with it. You would agree with it also. And that's how I know the type of people who you follow. You are a confirmation of those people and who they are. If somebody's like, maybe I'm just giving them a hard time, maybe they're not so bad, and then they run into you after they've heard a bunch of stuff about those people from other people, and they're like, I don't want to just assume that they are because my friend said that they're bad or that they're this. I want to give it my own idea. If they listen to you, they would notice that no matter what someone says, if they're female or if it sounds female friendly, you have an objection. This is the red pill way. If it sounds like it would benefit a woman, if it sounds like it's even slightly complimentary to a woman, um, then it's something to be disputed. This is the red pill way. Prove me fucking wrong. I've been forced into listening to this shit. It's like I got shoveled down into this, and here the fuck I am. I listen. I don't go into these things, hear a couple things, and then just be like, find little sound bites and run. No, because I like to know the context of why people say the things that they say. Unlike some people, I like to know the why, because if I can figure out the why, then I can justify it enough to make it at least make sense for me as to why they might be doing the things they're doing. And if I can do that, that's enough for me. Okay? But if you're not genuine, like check it out, right? I don't even have a problem. I don't have a problem with people being bitches. Like, not like being assholes. I mean, you know what I mean? If you're an asshole all the time to everybody, I can dig it. I can dig it. You won't get the business from me. You know why? Because you're authentic. And a girl I used to work with was like that. I used to tell her all the time, be like, man, I fucks with you. Because she was a bitch. But she was a bitch to everybody. All the time. If I asked her something, she would give me she would just say the fucking answer, didn't care how shitty it sounded. Look me square in my fucking eye when she would do it. You can't not respect that shit. And I was like, shit, I would rather hang out with her than most people in the building, because she's real. And you can't take it personal, because she's an asshole to everybody. She's an asshole to everybody. Like, I like to keep it even, Stephen. You deserve the business. You're going to get that business. You're going to get that work, buddy. I think it's weird to judge based off followers because, hold on, here we go. Based off followers because folks interpret things the way they want. Yeah, but not in mass. Like, say, check this out, right? If I was to say out of nowhere, like, little boys, like when little boys are like 5, they're always like mama's boys, right? If I was to just say that randomly in a chat, there might be one person, possibly, maybe coincidentally, who could relate and be like, oh my God, yeah, my brother was like that. Or, oh, but everybody in the chat isn't going to suddenly stop typing whatever they were typing before and now start typing, yes, all 5-year-olds are that way. That's not what's going to happen. But that's what happens in in toxic spaces. The people come there for that reason. The thing is with this is that they didn't just happen to come over here and this is just happens to be what they're talking about. They come over here to reinforce and make themselves feel more better, and then to regroup, to go back out and harass the shit out of women. It's hard for me to feel bad. It actually, I shit you fucking not. I find that I have a little bit of a struggle feeling bad for guys when I listen to the shit that Cynthia G and her little crew of weirdos be talking about. Because of the shit that y'all be talking about. Like, I be like, I mean, I understand. This shit is horrible. This shit is horrible. I don't know how else to say it. If you knew what it looks like to a woman watching this, you wouldn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. If you actually knew, because I know that there are guys out there who think that this really does look masculine. I shit you fucking not. There are guys out there who think that this looks like when they do these things and say these things to women that it looks masculine. There are dudes out there dumb enough to think that that is what the fuck that looks like. That is not what the fuck that looks like. But they don't know. They don't fucking know. So I find it hard sometimes. I mean, no, she wrong for saying that thing about the babies. That's my part that I don't like. That's the part that keep me on her fucking ass. That's it. But that on some legit shit, that's it though. I can't say nothing for anything else. Guys is out here acting real fucking hella fucking stupid. Y'all been saying the same thing that they saying. Y'all, ain't no way in the world for me to be like, hey ladies, stop saying that when y'all is over here saying the same fucking shit. They saying ain't nobody checking for y'all and y'all ain't shit. Y'all saying ain't nobody checking for y'all and y'all ain't shit. Y'all saying the exact same fucking thing. They just happen to have control over black uteruses and are deciding whether they're going to be any more of you to come. Cynthia G's using terms like, and I quote, weaponize our uteruses. That's the fucking terms that she used. We need to start weaponizing our uteruses. You ever heard some shit like that before? I hadn't until she said it. Yeah. Yeah, but I tell you. So why do you want to wait? So why do you do what you do? If the kids have to die, then they'll die. Well, me personally, I mean, people are going to do whatever they're going to do. You're absolutely right. I don't function, I don't do the things that I do because it may help. I hope that the things that I do will help. And if I don't do anything about the shit, if I say nothing, then what the fuck is the point of being here? The same shit that I be asking for dudes to do. Y'all see that this shit is going awry. You see what's fucking happening. Say something. Other than, it's not me, I'm not doing it. Say something. That's your homie. Say something. That's your brother. Say something. You and the crew, you know how easy it is to lean them in a different direction. They lean so easily. Do you know how easy it would be to lean them just a little bit offset from the super negative? When they say something that just that one thing and they go too far, be like, I mean, no, they're not that bad. It's just this one thing that they do. So that they can go, yeah, okay, well, they're fine with this. It's just that thing. They're so easy to pivot. But y'all too scared to check each other. Bunch of grown-ass men scared of grown-ass men. That's not king behavior. You want somebody to treat you like a king while you refuse to call them a queen. And you scared of the people you choose to fucking follow. I ain't never chose to follow somebody that I was scared of. No, I intimidated by it. Yeah, I had somebody but that was like a boyfriend once. He intimidated the shit out of me. But it was not in a negative way. It was just like, you ever dealt with somebody you felt like might have been a little out of your league? You know that? He was like a real nigga, you know? I was like, oh, God, no. I'm not ready. I don't want to. This seems like a lot of responsibility. I was just intimidated. Yeah, but I ain't never followed nobody that I was fucking afraid of. Well, can't think of the last person I was afraid of, actually. I'm trying to think of what that even looked like. My mom, maybe? Shit. Oh, my sister when I was young. That might be it. I think that's the last time I was afraid of somebody. My sister when I was young, she used to whoop my ass. She used to go to town on me. So that one day I was like, fuck it. I fought back. She never did it again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, no unity. Sorry, that's hippie. I'm sorry. Kids 17. Yeah, but I do what I do. I do what I do because I have to. I don't have a choice. If once I notice it, once it's been brought to my attention and I know that it exists, it's the same reason why people come around me and say foolishness. You gonna hear about it right there on the spot. Not later. I ain't gonna sit there and be like, oh, this bitch. No. I'm gonna tell you about yourself exactly as it is. I'm one of those people. I'm that person whom, if you ever heard, if somebody ever came up to you and said, Janine said this thing about you, and then you walk up to me and be like, did you say this? I'm gonna be like, yeah. Remember, I told you that. I told you that I didn't like that thing that you be doing. I told you what it make me think when I see you do it. I asked you to stop fucking doing it. Right? And you be like, yeah, but ain't no but. You already fucking knew that. I told you that. That's me. I ain't gonna talk about nobody behind their fucking back. if, if you too afraid to say something to somebody's face, then you damn sure shouldn't be saying it behind their back. Because anything you say behind somebody's back is gonna come up to their face. I like to keep it all the way real. Because why the fuck not? I am 43 years old. Ain't nobody got time for that. Lying for who? For who? Who am I to lie for? You know, name a person that I got to lie for. Nobody, maybe? Yeah. That's the answer to that question. Not a goddamn body. Let me see. They watch too much Disney films. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna do a little shift here because that's something somebody just said just made me think about it. So with the Disney thing, sometimes I'll be listening to I don't even like to point out the shit that women do that piss me off when guys are in super rage moments because I feel like I'm, like adding fuel to the fire. But this shit be funny to me though. Like when they be like when they look crazy. Like a girl and she looks crazy. Nothing about her is real. She's not in shape and nothing on her is real. She's out of shape, face full of makeup, eyelashes the length of Buicks, and she, dressed, scantily claddish, because that's how they feel. That's all that it requires. And all it is required to be hot. And they say those types of stuff, those soundbite type things, like I am the, I am the shit, I am the table, I am the whatever, like that. There's something clearly, just to show you that I know that something clearly went awry somewhere, because, and I know what happened. They, it was like there was the body shaming, and then it went to body positivity, and then with body positivity, just being just this overall thing, it gets rid of the thing that always is necessary to have, the thing that the balance of the universe counts on whether there is this thing that I'm about to fucking say. It's fucking accountability. If you don't have to be accountable for your decisions, right? So this is why both that women are doing that thing that is so weird that they do, where just they have found a way to say, look, but you know what? I'll tell you what's so crazy. It trickles into everything. It's like big women. This was a white girl, but it was like one of those TikTok videos, and she's like, she said that being overweight, you not liking someone, no, you not wanting to date someone because they're overweight is not a preference. It's like discrimination. You know, like, and I was like, so what, they like bullying people in the fucking fat chicks? I was like, what? I don't know what you talking about. Like, I'm just watching this and I'm thinking to myself, wow. But it's the same thing. It's like there was a trans lady, and she said, she was the same thing. I think it was a TikTok. And she was like, you know, that it was transphobic because a guy said that he wouldn't date a trans person. Said that was transphobic. That's not preference, that's transphobic, she said. So they basically gonna bully you into liking them, taking them as what the fuck that if I was gonna change something about myself to get myself in a different door with a different person, with around a different set of people, I would first do the research to see what my options will be once I get inside of that circle. Like, what is going to be working for me? If I do this, what will I get for it? I'm not going to do that and then be like, hey, now everybody just shift and be wanting the thing, the zebra that I am today. You know what I mean? Like, that was something that you already knew. And now not only do you just want it to be different, which if you wanted to be different, you probably could find someone who would end up being, people are different. There's lots of different people. Some people just don't give a fuck what other people think, and they literally are just people. Like, they meet you and they judge you by who you are, and they don't care what other people think. And that's the thing that would be required, especially for a guy, is he has to have his own mind and not be intimidated by what other people think, right? And so you probably could find somebody like that, but not out searching or trying to, you know, guilt people into it or that kind of stuff. That sets you out farther back, actually, you know. But that's that same type of shit. It's like you decide to not be, if you decide to be larger, which you do, okay, which you do. If you decide to be that, then you can't get mad because somebody doesn't think that's hot. Like, if Biggie Smalls walked up to me right now, you know, rest in peace. But if he walked up to me right now, I'd be super fucking terrified because he's supposed to be dead. But I name somebody else who's alive. Who's alive and big and a dude? I don't fucking know. Fuck it. Biggie Smalls. We're gonna stick to what I said. If he was to walk up to me and be like, hey, you be papa daughter, whatever he say, I would not go there. I know, you know, people think, oh, he got money, that's cat. Not everybody actually gives a shit about money. In fact, some people find the idea of extreme amounts of money to be intimidating and an inconvenience to a simple life. Certain things can't be simple anymore once you get past a certain tax bracket. There's all these other elements that kind of come into play. And a person who's like a hermit, it would be extremely inconvenient. And I'm a hermit. I don't want. If I could spend the rest of my life not being bothered, unless I want to be bothered, hey, that's the life right there. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to be in the middle of nothing. Ooh, Poppy, I'm about to do that too. Ooh, in fact, yeah, it's 3 hours in. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just end this now, y'all. I don't want to drag on. I'm glad Poppy just said that. Oh, this was a nice little chat. It was a consistent little peoples in here. I appreciate everybody. Even my little one that gave me the business. He hung in there, and I think he understands me a little bit better now. Bye. Oh, yes, Vega, side 3, Poppy Blanco. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. I ain't said that this whole time. Yeah, everybody, before you leave, hit the like button. It made me so happy. I can't see how many likes while I'm in StreamYard. I don't know how this thing works. I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, but yeah, hit the like, show that their support. I appreciate you very, very much. And say Alex and Montez, Vive, of course, Bro Bobby. Good to meet the new ones. Hope to see you next time. I will not be doing this tomorrow unless it's like early, because I'm on a different sleep schedule now. Like, I like to wake up super early in the morning and try to shoot a video in the morning. If you check out my thing, I started trying to do like a morning motivational like type thing. And so we'll see how long I keep that up. I do it like twice a week. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all the bestest. I actually feel better now. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.